Okay, so hello all. So in this question, we're looking at the worked example 13.2. So for this one, we're doing an oblique drawing of a jukebox, so a speaker. So for this, if you want to use the down and in, so down to 30 and in 30 from the left-hand side, that's fine. That's going to give it the start. So as in all these oblique drawing questions, you're just going to draw the front elevation as you're given it. So straightforward enough, you're just applying the measurements that we have. Again, light lines there, and you're just going to draw the top of this semicircle. And again, this should be no real bother to us to get this drawn. So it's a basic enough shape to get done. So that's our front elevation done now. So what we need to do now is we want to make this 3D. So we want to turn this into a pictorial drawing, and we're going to use oblique for that method. So what oblique always should say to us is 45 degrees. So we get our 45-degree set square. So we're going to project lines at 45 degrees from where the surfaces intersect. So as in the corners here, including the center of the circle, and we'll get to that. So lines can be projected back to either side. So that means you can either go to the right or you can go to the left. That's up to you. And you're going to go to a depth of 50 millimeters with the compass. And the reason we're going back 50 mil with the compass is that you're told in the question that this actual speaker or this jukebox is 50 mil thick, and you can get that measurement from the plan. So that's important that you look at that. So for this one, we're just going to go off to the right. So we're just going to bring all our points, or whatever points are possible, off to the right-hand side. So again, 45-degree set square, and we're going to bring all these lines lightly back. So you can see that's in blue there. So we're going to have a construction line on that. So any line of color here, it's like blue, red, or whatever else, that's going to be light on your shape on your page. So again, straightforward, just offer up your set square to what's going to work. Now, we have that base on the bottom, that's fine. So in this one, it's a new enough one to us insofar as we have a circle up here. So we need to represent that. So we come to the very outside of the circle here. So this one on the very edge, and bring that off at 45 degrees, again, like you'd normally do. And again, bring that up to the top. So this point up top here, and even the center as well. So we're going to bring back the center, and we'll come to that in a minute. So run that back again. So that's from the center point, because we're going to get another center point back here, back our 50 mil. So then we're going to apply the distances onto that. So we're measuring back 50 from the corner here. You can scribe that off. And again, heavy in what this is going to look like then on your sheet. So to get the circle now, and this is something new. So what we're going to do is we're going to heavy this in up to the side here, and that's fine. And now we're going to do as what we've done over here to get the center point. So this comes horizontally in. So from this point, come horizontally in. And where that cuts your 45-degree from the center point back here, that's going to give you the center point of this top circle at the back. And again, we can just draw a vertical line up through the middle of that. And then all you're going to do is get your compass. So use the compass, draw the semicircle at the back the same way you would have done up here. And again, just do this lightly first. So you're taking your radius there that you're given, swing that on. And again, this is all light because we're not going to see the whole lot of this circle. And that's quite important. So just make sure you draw the circle in lightly first. So once we've that done, we're going to heavy in the sides here, and that's pretty straightforward. And that's really all we're going to heavy in. And now we just need to look at getting the top of this speaker drawn and heavied in on the very top. So what we need to do then is we need to find a point of tangency. So to find the point of tangency, so a point of tangency is where this is going to touch off at one point off the circle. Project a line at 45 degrees to the left. Okay, now it's important on this that you come from the center point of the circle. Okay, so from the center point of this original circle, you're going to go 45 degrees out to the left until it cuts the outside over here. Okay, so 45 degrees out to the left. Where that cuts, that gives you the point of tangency. So what you're going to come back off here at 45 degrees. So that gives us this little red dot. We need to do the same over here on the back circle. So again, from the center point, come 45 degrees, light line out to the left, get where that touches. What that gives us then is the point of tangency for both of these semicircles. So that's obviously that's where this is going to be touching the semicircle on this side and the same over here on the back. So once we get that, we can heavy that in. And again, this line coming back through here, that should be at 45 degrees because we're doing oblique. Okay, so that's coming back at 45. And then from this red dot all the way around here, that's going to show you what you're going to heavy in of that semicircle. And this little piece at the back, we're just going to leave that light because that's construction. So we're going to heavy that in on the side. And that basically is the question done. So just the key point on this, so something new is this semicircle at the top. So again, to find that 3D, what you're going to do is bring back your semicircle 45 degrees, find the center point of it, draw it in lightly as you have at the back. Then we get our point of tangency. So to find the point of tangency, project your line of 45 degrees to the left from the center point. Okay, so it's really important that you go from the center point there. So 45 degrees out to the left, get where that cuts in. That gives you your point of tangency here marked in red. You do the exact same thing for the back semicircle over here. So from the center point, again, you can see this green line. That's coming back 45 degrees. Get where that cuts your semicircle. That gives you this point of tangency here in red. And then you're just going to heavy in between them two. And just make sure this line should be at 45 degrees. And then you just heavy the remainder of the semicircle from the back. And that's basically it. So that's how to represent circles and semicircles in oblique drawing. And again, if you want to shade it in at the